Hello and welcome to the Whisky.com news on the 26th of September 2022. And we have a number of very interesting news. We start off with the very north of Scotland, and that is Glenmorangie with a Tale of the Forest limited edition. This time the limited edition is like a walk through the forest, and they want to have that flavor in the single malt. What they did is they roasted the barley. When they malted it, they roasted the barley above botanicals. And the botanicals, the juniper and other botanicals, sound very gin-like. And that gives the single malt a distinctive flavor. I haven't tasted it. It sounds really interesting. And it is matured in ex-bourbon and a refill bourbon cask, 46% ABV. And I'm really interested in how that is gonna turn out, if that is so intense like a peated whiskey or if it's just a side note. Yeah. Next up is Douglas Laing, the Gauldrons Cask Strength Edition 2022. New Campbelltown blend, and it's 53.4% ABV and limited to 3,120 bottles and will come up next month. Then we have GlenAllachie, and they're bringing out their first peated whiskey. The first peated whiskey, and also the first whiskey that has been under the supervision of Billy Walker, and it's called The Past, the Present, and the Future. And as Billy Walker has taken over the company or the distillery in 2017, 4 years old, matured in ex-rye cask, bourbon cask, and virgin oak casks, limited to 10,000 bottles. So yes, he's doing a big thing so everybody can get a bottle. If you have these small limited edition, nobody gets one. And it's 60.2% ABV, natural color, not chill filtered. Then we have Old Pulteney in the news with a coastal series. So they're gonna bring out 4 new whiskies in that series, and they're all gonna be about coastal sites. It's called the Pineau de Charentes. I'm not quite sure. I'm not really good at French. And it's a French coastal region, and the region inspired that whiskey. It has a finish in French wine cask and will be coming to the markets in October. Then we have the Bowmore Master Selection, 22 years old. It's the most recent joint venture between Bowmore and Aston Martin, as they have done many of them, which was already announced. 51.5% ABV. And there are some tasting notes floating around there. I'm not quite sure how good these tasting notes are, but it will come to the market. Then we have a Big Peat Christmas and Scallywag Winter 2022. As always, every year, both blended malts come from different whiskey regions and in natural cask strength, and pretty nice. Then we have news from Wales, and that's the Icons of Wales from Penderyn. And we already had the 10, we already had the 8, and now they're following with a 9, probably because of maturation in the casks. Now the Wales edition is called the Headliner. It was matured in Jamaican rum casks and ruby port casks. Very interesting. Then we have a joint venture in the United States from Jack Daniels with McLaren Racing. So it's rarely when alcohol is getting into sports, because most people don't think that's good. But in 2023, the F1 McLaren will have the branding of Jack Daniels. Then we have news from international distilleries. Mackmyra has the new Mackmyra Destination with 10,000 bottles limited in 4 different types of casks: ex-port wine casks, American oak cask, ex-bourbon casks, and 9% ex-oloroso sherry casks. 48.7% ABV, no coloring, no chill filtration. Then we have some environmental things going on at Hakushu Distillery, because they want to invest into hydrogen technologies. They actually have a 16 megawatt electrolysis machine that is going to produce hydrogen, and that is going to be used in the distillation and the heating system of the distillery. And they want to go to the market in 2025, and they want to produce this hydrogen with renewable energies. And if it works, then they're going to use some buses and trucks as well with that hydrogen. Then we have the Nikka Discovery whiskies. It's 2 new whiskies, limited edition, and they are discovering yeast this time. So the Yoichi single malt aromatic yeast with 48% ABV, Miyakikyo single malt aromatic yeast with 47% ABV. With, yeah, as the name says, it's more aromatic yeast culture. They tried it out, and they want to have 20,000 bottles limited worldwide. And the price point is pretty high at $245 and $275 US, which is quite a lot. Yeah, that was it for this week. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.